I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love, even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long road back, I promise you I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents by the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home for Christmas. You can plan on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents by the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. If only in my dreams.
Hello everyone, welcome to Hark at the Park, a Harvey family Christmas. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and thank you so much for joining us. Believe it or not, this is the 12th year we've done this show and we are tickled to death to be doing it again. By this time last year, we would have raised about $11,000 worth of funds to support Magnus Library and the Hamilton Street Activity Center with your ticket sales and generous business sponsorships, and we would likely have sold out a week ago. We know you're all bummed that you couldn't come out and see our 12th annual event at the Park Theater. Although it's a little different this time, we're very excited about what we've been able to put together, and we really hope you enjoy it. Hamilton Street's main fundraiser of the year is Hark at the Park. And as you might have guessed, we can't sell tickets for you to watch it at home, but we've come up with some really easy ways for you to help out with these two great causes. All the money raised tonight will be split between Hamilton Street Activity Center and the Magnus Library. Your donations are going through the Warren County Development Corporation, which is a 501c3 organization, so your gifts are completely tax deductible. There should be information on your screen to tell you how to donate. If you miss it, just wait and it'll pop up again later. You can go to Hark at the Park's Facebook page and donate that way. Also, we have a website, harkatthepark.com, and tonight, December 22nd, during the first airing, we have operators waiting to take your call at the Magnus Library at area code 931-473-2428. That's 931-473-2428, and you can call the library anytime during normal business hours after the initial airing to donate as well. When we define legacy, we sometimes think about death or dying, but legacy is not about only that. It's about the future, for relationships, and for building strong communities. I'm thankful for my upbringing that my parents provided for me, but everyone doesn't have it that easy. So, I'm happy for the opportunity that Hark at the Park provides for our great town of McMinnville and Warren County to contribute to the future of many who may not have the opportunities like I had growing up. As most of you know, this show is a benefit for two wonderful organizations, the Hamilton Street Activity Center, where my wife Lisa is the director, and the Magnus Library. The funds we raise for Hark at the Park this season can be a legacy that makes life easier and more memorable for others. Thank you so much for your support over the years and for your continued gifts. Now, I know that you didn't tune in on your TV, your computer, your iPad, or your phone to listen to me talk, so let's get to some music. That beautiful version of I'll Be Home for Christmas was sung by none other than Tommy Van, a true Hark at the Park favorite. Tommy's come back to see us from Fayetteville, Tennessee. We appreciate Tommy so much for coming, and we might just twist his arm and get him to do a few songs a little bit later. We are really excited to have our next artist back again this year. Pacey is a faithful Hamilton Street attendee. She's no stranger to this show either, having performed at it several times. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed as we welcome Pacey Tate to the stage.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and tinsels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
This show will air several more times on BLC Channel 6 throughout the holidays, and you can watch it again anytime on BLC's Facebook page or at our website, harkatthepark.com, or on YouTube. With this year's different version of Hark at the Park, it has required a lot of work by a lot of different people. And I want to thank everyone who had anything to do with putting all this together, not just the performers, but all the people behind the scenes as well. And don't forget to give yourselves a pat on the back, because your donation is crucial to our success. In December of 2009 at the Magnus Library, in front of less than 100 people, we had the first Christmas concert that began this great tradition. In 2015, after the completed renovations, we moved the show to McMinnville's historic Park Theater, and that's when my nephew Kevin suggested the name Hark at the Park. We've grown from less than 100 that first year at the library to last year's sellout of the entire Park Theater. And we always try to bring a variety of music to this event, and of course have local artists and musicians, along with several people from all over the country who have a special place in their hearts for the work we do here in McMinnville for those in need.
Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love.
Here I raise my Ebenezer, here by thy great help I've come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me as a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, He to rescue me from danger, interposed His precious blood. that goodness like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it. Prone to leave the God I love. Take my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Teach me some melodious sonnet sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love.
Before we get to our next act, I'd like to just tell you a little bit about how greatly appreciated your donations are. As I said before, this is Hamilton Street Activity Center's only fundraiser of the year. Your kind donations go directly to fill the needs of these children. Every dollar counts, and your continued support throughout the years has helped to provide these children with meals, Christmas gifts, field trips, and school supplies, just to name a few things. Please take the time to call the Magnus Library at 931-473-2428. Go to Hark at the Park's Facebook page or visit our website at harkatthepark.com. And please remember, all these donation avenues will be available for later airings of this show and anytime that you feel the spirit of giving. So anytime you're watching or feeling generous, you can call or click to support these amazing community organizations. Help these kids start their own legacy by showing them your support. Every dollar allows another moment of mentorship, moment of learning, moment of personal growth, and I can absolutely assure you your donations make a difference in these children's lives on a daily basis.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with those kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with the holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the most wonderful season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for roasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's it's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to introduce our next artist, my nephew. Please welcome Kevin Harvey.
Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day with all the stars at night. Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day with all the stars at night. Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas to you. Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. And we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun will shine by day with all the stars at night. Kalikimaka is Hawaii's way to say Merry Christmas, to say Merry Christmas, oh very, very Merry, Merry Christmas to you.
Our next performers couldn't join me and my buddies here at the Park Theater, but they've prepared some virtual music for us to enjoy. First, we have Patsy Bryson and Scott Camp from Hilton Head, South Carolina, performing an original Christmas song.
In the quiet dark sky, nowhere was there light. Suddenly and magically alone. and no hope can be found. Open up and look above, a shining star will be found, shining down on all to feel, shining down on all to see, shining down, oh shining down, the gift of love to you and me, shining down on all to feel, shining down on all to see, shining down, oh shining down, the gift of love to you and me, the gift of love to you and me, the gift of love to you and me.
When the leaves turn brown and they cover this lonely town, and I miss your kiss when the leaves turn brown, when the snow comes down and it covers this lonely town, then I miss your kiss when the snow comes down. On Christmas evenings like this, I wonder if it's me you miss, when Christmas carols fill every space, and I think of your hands upon my face, when the tree comes down, I'm sweeping needles up from the ground, and I miss your kiss on a Christmas night like this. On Christmas evenings like this, I wonder if it's me you miss, when Christmas carols fill every space, and I think of your hands upon my face, when the tree comes down, I'm sweeping needles up from the ground, and I miss your kiss on a Christmas night like this, on a Christmas night like this, on a Christmas night like this.
Think about what you'd have spent for a night out to see Hark at the Park, and maybe consider that to be your donation. Call the library at 931-473-2428 or go to harkatthepark.com to learn how. Now here's Scott Camp, Kevin Harvey, and John Harvey with some virtual music on a Hark at the Park favorite.
I'm Carol Chambers, and I have been asked to share what goes on at Hamilton Street Activity Centers. You will be amazed to learn that all the activities and events that occur annually still occurred this year. Children who live in McMinnville Housing Authority areas, such as Hamilton Street, Morrison Housing, and Cope Street Housing, all can participate in the Activity Center events and projects. I have been going to Hamilton Street Activity Center since 2008 as a volunteer. Our church at Westwood began an across the fence project, so to speak, where we decided we would be in the lives of kids who lived in the Hamilton Street neighborhood. So it was just too easy for me to go by in the afternoon and sit and help children with homework. Lisa Harvey, or Miss Lady as they call her, they can count on her for anything and everything, and it's 24/7, and it's year in, it's day by day, year in and year out. I've never seen anyone so involved in children's lives, so many of them, a variety of children, young and all the way up through teens, and even after they leave the high school. They count on Lisa Harvey to be their friend and their mentor. The money that we raise here tonight is well spent. Everything is not free. People volunteer their time, but for the activities that kids participate in, it's all cost money. Sometimes we take for granted what we have. It's easy for us to go and buy what we want, and we don't need to forget that everybody can't do that. So if there's just a few dollars that can be donated, if you could write a check, if you could just put a little bit aside, no matter the amount, it would mean a great deal to all of the projects and events that are provided for the children throughout the year. I look at Hark at the Park as a reward for us to enjoy the music. But more than that, I look at it as an opportunity for us to participate. We can participate by volunteering at the centers, but tonight we can participate by giving monetarily. No matter how large or how small the gift, it will benefit our children.
This part of the show is what it's all about. These young ladies have been working so hard for this moment, and they are absolutely beautiful. You know we are all performers. It might not be in front of a large crowd. It may be in front of the mirror or in front of a few friends or family. But your support has given our ballerinas and vocalists a chance to perform, something they will remember for the rest of their lives. Your continued support makes all of this possible, and we thank you for that. Now you're in front of a big treat as we welcome the ballerinas of Hamilton Street.
The world waits for a miracle. The heart longs for a little bit of hope. Oh come, Emmanuel. The child prays for peace on earth, and she's calling out from a sea of hurt. Oh come, Emmanuel. And can you hear the angels singing? Glory to the light of the world. Glory, the light of the world is here. The drought breaks with the tears of a mother. A baby's cry is the sound of love. Come down, Emmanuel. Here's the song for the suffering. Here's Messiah, the Prince of Peace has come. He has come, Emmanuel. Glory
The Ballerinas of Hamilton Street, Vanessa Viveros, Alianis Castillo, Ariana Rosado, Anna Ogden, McKenna Weir, Melissa Viveros, Reyes Hernandez, Ali Gibson, Noel Pittard, Penny Tate, Isabella Caldwell, Natalie Cox, Gabby Gibson, Selena Ogden, Jalen Lance, Liana Gamboa, Bella Gibson, Kaislyn Davenport, Layla Barger, Aubrey Sims, Nevaeh Durant, and the instructors are Katie Cooper, Jasmine Dillon, and Dale McDaniel. The Ballerinas of Hamilton Street. Now, here are some Hark at the Park veterans doing some virtual music. I hope you all enjoy Scott Camp from Hilton Head, South Carolina, Scott Harvey from Middletown, Maryland, and Chuck Jones from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Lo, how a rose ere blooming from tender stem hath sprung of Jesse's lineage coming, as those of old have sung. It came a floweret bright amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Isaiah 'twas foretold, the rose I have in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind.
Please notice all these ways to donate on your screen, and don't forget that your donations are tax deductible. Now I'd like to introduce our musicians, who are the foundation for all the great music you're used to hearing from us every year. They pour hours into every performance, and even though our format is different, they are just as dedicated this year. On drums from Guntersville, Alabama, my first cousin, Mr. John Harvey. On guitar from right here in McMinnville, we have Jason McVeigh. Also on guitar from McMinnville as well is Mr. Tim Winton. And on bass guitar is my nephew, Kevin Harvey. And on piano, with all the great accompaniment, is Sarah McVeigh, who's always willing and able to help out and does an excellent job.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. The beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman, then pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on we'll conspire as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we've made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kitties knock him down. When it snows, ain't it thrilling? Through your nose, get a chillin'. We frolic and play the Eskimo way, walking in a winter wonderland. Don't worry, 'cause we're walking in a winter wonderland.
Angels we have heard on high, singing sweetly through the night, and the mountains in reply, echoing their praise delight. Gloria in excelsis Deo, Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this to with songs of happy cheer. What great brightness did you see? What glad tidings did you hear? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. See him in a manger laid, whom the angels praise above. Mary, Joseph, lend your aid, while we raise our hearts in love. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo.
You know, we always try to bring a variety of music to this show. I think that's part of why people seem to like it so much. Well, this year is no exception. We are tickled to death to bring you our next artist. Cody is a former member of the multi-platinum country music band Confederate Railroad. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he provided us with a virtual performance. Please welcome Cody McCarver.
Hey y'all, Cody McCarver here, and just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Under the weather a little bit, but I promised I would try to sing this song, and so here from the household, here you go. Silent night, holy night, all is calm and all is bright round yon virgin, mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light, radiant beams from thy holy face. With the dawn of redeeming grace, Christ the Savior is born. Merry Christmas.
Some of our favorite things every year besides coming together as a family in song are the reactions of people in the crowd and the performances of the ballerinas from Hamilton Street's Activity Center. These young ladies have so much fun learning their steps and performing, listening to music, and working together in a unique environment full of community mentors who gain as much from their experience at Hamilton Street Activity Center as the children do. Your generous sponsorships and donations add so much value and variety to what is offered at Hamilton Street. These programs and the ones offered at Magnus Library are ongoing throughout the year. Please consider your donation a ticket to experiences like these for the children of our community and call 931-473-2428 or visit harkatthepark.com now.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
I want to welcome everybody. I'm Brad Walker. I'm the director of Magnus Library, and the Magnus Library and Hamilton Street have been involved together with the Hark at the Park program since 2009, and it has been an ongoing project that has grown and gotten much better through the years and bigger. It benefits both the Hamilton Street project and the library tremendously, both in community involvement, but also in the fact that we get the money that we put towards beneficial projects, and Lisa uses at the center to do the programs for the children. We actually put most of our money directly into the children's room too, because we have managed to update our children's room using money from this and from the Smith grant and various things to actually have one of the most up-to-date children's library in our section of the state. We have books no older than 5 years in our children's room and keep that all up to date using funds from things like this. And I know that Lisa uses it to do projects at Hamilton Street, and it's used to do many things at Hamilton Street. Last year when we did our summer feeding during our summer reading program, we gave Lisa part of the leftover food to use because we have to throw it away. And I said, let's call somebody, get it to them so they can use it. I like working together with people, and Mary Robbins with Steve started years ago this program, and It has been a wonderful thing to watch how much it's grown and how many people have become involved, especially the people that's grown up in Warren County that I know and that most of you know too. And I've just been really proud and grateful to be involved because I feel like it's giving back. Even if I don't do a whole lot and it's mostly Steve doing the work, I still feel like I'm involved, and that's a wonderful thing. Some people know this, some people don't. Me and Steve actually went to school together and are the same age, and he looks better than me, and he's held up better. And I hadn't seen him for many years whenever he was actually talking to the director at the time, Mary Robbins, and I was walking down the hallway and we passed each other. And until he said my name, I didn't realize who he was. And the director at the time, her brother was really ill. And she left the morning of the 2010 show. And as she left, she said, "Oh, by the way, you're going to MC the show with Steve tonight." And so we had 110 people come that night in the auditorium at the library. And for any of you that's ever been in the auditorium looks really big, but when you put 110 people in it, it is packed and you're running out into the halls on either side. And we had a lot of food that night. Steve Grove actually did a beautiful setup for catering, and it was a wonderful event. And every year after that, it actually grew a little, and we had to rearrange the room every year, going from one end to the sides, trying to get more and more seating. And we were so grateful whenever the park finally opened up and we was able to move across to where we could get more people in, because the last year, 2014, I believe, we actually were having to turn people down because we were afraid to let more people into the building because we had them out into the side hall and up against the back wall. And I think we had almost 140 people actually in the auditorium and the hall surrounding it. And it was just, it's been a really interesting journey about how the whole show has progressed. And one of my favorite songs, the first year that I heard him do it, and it's so funny because it's a childhood song, is Mr. Grinch. And he does it perfectly, absolutely perfectly. And I heard it downstairs. I had walked downstairs for something and I heard it come on. I thought, are they playing a record? And when I walked upstairs and saw him actually singing it, it thrilled me to death because he sang the whole version of the song, and it was just amazing. And the kids that was there was singing along. It was just really cool to watch and to see how well the people would get involved. We always do the sing-along, the 12 Days of Christmas. Everyone participates, everyone loves it. And it's what I tell people a lot of times, it has become such a tremendous community event that brings together people from every walk of life in Warren County. Because both of our causes, the library and Hamilton Street, they're just things that need to be there. Think about what our town would be like without people that will reach out and help you. And whenever I see the people at these shows, that's what I think about. These people want to bring something forward. They want people to help people. And they found something that they can and enjoy it at the same time. And if you've never been able to come to one of the live shows, when we finally get over COVID-19, you really need to try to come because it is just a tremendous thing.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. You have termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick crocodile, Mr. Grinch. Given the choice between the two of you, I'd take the seasick crocodile. You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty skunk. Your brain is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch. The three words that describe you best are as follows, and I quote: stink, stank, stunk. You're a rotter, Mr. Grinch. King of sinful sots. Your heart's a dead tomato splotched with moldy purple spots, Mr. Grinch. Your soul is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment of deplorable rubbish imaginable. Mangled up and tangled up now. Nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nos. You're a twisted jerky jockey and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch. You're a three-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce.
It is no surprise that this is a favorite time of year for a lot of us, especially Mrs. Lady. Most years we get together, share stories, sing songs, enjoy family favorite movies and treats together. And many of you make Hark at the Park a part of your family's Christmas tradition. Some things are different this year, but McMinnville's Main Street is still decked out in holiday lights. We're here singing songs with you, and we're all thinking about ways to share kindness with the people we love. Those things won't change. Maybe that person who has everything, the one who's always singing Mili Kaliki Maka and Blue Christmas even in July, could use a donation in their honor this year. We hope you take a moment to call and donate today. Think about what the cost of admission to this event would have been. Maybe you can give more, maybe you can give less, but please know that every gift is appreciated and tax deductible. Visit harkatthepark.com or call Magnus Library at 931-473-2428 to find out how easy it is to support us this year.
Said the night wind to the little lamb, do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the night, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? In your palace warm and mighty king, do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. Pray for peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. The child, sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light.
Well, it's about time to say goodbye to another great Hark at the Park. I'd like to give a shout out to a few people. Obviously, we really appreciate all the performers and musicians for donating their time to this show, but I especially want to thank my nephews, Kevin and Joe Harvey, who truly made this new format happen. The show pretty much wouldn't have happened this year without them. Thank you to another nephew of mine, Arlo Harvey. Arlo is our sound man all the way here from Russellville, Arkansas, and we really appreciate him. Thank you, Pat Bassham, who is the director of McMinnville Housing Authority, for allowing the Hamilton Street program to exist. Also, special thanks to Terry and Dr. Trey Kirby for paying for the use of McMinnville's Park Theater. They have done this since we started having the show here, and we really appreciate their dedication to these great causes. I also want to thank Brad Walker and all the staff at the Magnus Library for all their help with this event. A big thanks to Ben Lomond Connect and especially Brian Kell for airing Hark at the Park and being so accommodating. We want to thank the Junior Auxiliary for all their support. Thank you to Connor Winton, Casey Bigford, Amanda Collier, and Patrick Harvey for their help with the show. Thank you to Debbie Helton, who works with Lisa at Hamilton Street. Thank you to Susan Hall and Carrie Mulligan for volunteering with tutoring. Thanks to Trent Carr for his donations and contributions to Carolyn's Garden. Thank you so much to Hilda McNeese, who gives free haircuts to kids at Hamilton Street. Also, a big thank you to Mylan and Vernon Powers for their over and above support of the Activity Center over the years. I'd also like to recognize Connie Hines and the ladies of the Moose Lodge for preparing meals for these children every week. They are wonderful. Thank you to Ben and Rebecca Randall from St. Matthew's Church for all they've done. Also, special thanks to Living Word Fellowship, Westwood Church, and Christ Community Church for all their constant and continued support over the years. Also, a big thanks to Ida Davenport, Chris Young, and Tim Howard for their continued ministry and outreach to the children. A huge thank you to Dale and Roy McDaniels for all their help. They help with ballet class, transportation, and tutoring. Roy also builds stuff. They do just about everything. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife, Lisa Harvey, aka Miss Lady, for giving us a reason to have this event. She is so passionate about her work. She works so hard to provide for these kids, and she truly makes a difference in these children's lives. Remember, this is a different kind of year for us, and without your usual ticket purchases, we have a greater need, so don't forget to give. See the numbers and avenues for donating on your screen, and even if you're watching a repeat of this show, you'll still be able to donate. Again, this is Hamilton Street and the library's main fundraiser, and your gifts make such a difference. Thank you so much. And now, as we do every year, we want to end this show with a bang, and who better to do that than the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, the leader of the only band to ever cause people to park on the Sparta Highway just to see a show at the VFW. Everybody give it up right there in your seat at home for my nephew, Mr. Joe Harvey.
Merry Christmas, everybody at home. We miss y'all being here. We wish we could, y'all could all be here with us, but maybe next year, all right? Here we go. Out of all the reindeer, you know you're the mastermind. Oh, run, Rudolph, Rudolph ain't too far behind. What have you been longing for? He said that all I want for Christmas is a rock and roll electric guitar. And then away you ran, Rudolph, running like a shooting star. Oh, run, Rudolph, Santa's gotta make it to town. Got to make him hurry, tell him he can take the freeway down. Well, you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he's making a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake.
You better be good for goodness
Oh,
sake.
you better watch out, you better not cry. You better not pout, cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Come on, Chase. Sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so you better be good for goodness sake.
You better be good for goodness
Oh,
sake.
you better watch out, you better not cry. You better not pout, cause I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Thank you guys for watching tonight. Thank you for donating. Thank you for supporting us for over the years. And very special thanks to a man who is always on the nice list, but this year he's on the tip top for putting this whole thing together in a COVID world. So, very special thanks to Steve Harvey. So, he's always great for getting us together and getting this thing off the ground. Thank y'all guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. But don't forget, Santa Claus is coming to town. 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 One more time. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. All right. Well, Santa Claus is coming to town. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good night.